Hey everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. I hope you're doing good and taking good care of yourself. We all struggle with having conversation with people. There are lots of reasons behind it. Either we are not very confident of speaking in English, or we are a little scared or hesitant of speaking in English, or we don't get topics on which we can speak in English, or we find it very difficult to think on a topic and speak on it, right? So these are some of the reasons which holds us back from speaking in English, right? Today I'm going to talk about all these problems and its solution, so that next time when you have to speak in English or you have to have a conversation with people in English, you will be able to handle it, or you will be able to speak on it. You will be able to have a decent conversation with others or with anyone on any topic anywhere. Yes, true. I'm going to help you with solutions which will help you to speak in English fluently and confidently with anyone, anywhere, on any topic. On that note, guys, I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. And if you want to master this skill, quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos, do write your comments in the comment section, and don't forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. So stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my entire video to know more. Let's begin now. Let's take the first problem. We are not very confident of speaking in front of people. See, this is the most common problem, guys, and this is the root to every other problem. This is the main problem. We are not very confident about ourselves, and that is why we are not able to speak. If we know also what we have to speak, but if we are not very confident enough, then we will not be able to speak in English, right? So confidence is very important. Now, how to develop this confidence to speak in front of people? See, this will not come overnight. You have to give some time. You have to develop it. This is a skill which we need to develop, right? And confidence is something which is very essential to do anything. It's not about learning to speak English or to speak in English with people. It's not about that. Whatever you undertake, whatever things you do, you have to be confident in that thing to excel in that, or to complete or to be successful in that, right? So confidence is a skill which we need to develop, and it will not happen overnight. It will take some time. Now here in this case, to speak English fluently, how do we develop this confidence? The first thing is practice. We have to keep on practicing. If we keep on practicing, we will be in the habit of speaking. So if we'll be in the habit of speaking, it will be much easier for us to speak in front of others as well. So this is one thing. Second thing is we need to overcome our fears. To be confident, we need to overcome our fears. We need to change our mindset. We need to be more positive about things, and we need to be very serious about things. Now, what these things will do, if you're serious about things, if you are, if you overcome your fears, or if you're confident, if you start thinking positively, these things will help you to be more confident, right? If you start thinking negative things like, what if the other person will laugh at me? What if I won't be able to speak in front of people? Or what if I start speaking broken English, or people don't start understanding my English? What will happen? If you start thinking in this way, it is not going to help you. So that is why positivity and getting the fear out of yourself is very important. You have to try. You have to give it a shot. That is very important, guys. You have to do it. You have to break that barrier, right? You have to break that ice, and you have to go ahead and you have to speak up. Yeah, first time it might be a disaster. That is fine. But there is also a way you can handle that. Be prepared. You know what is the occasion. You know what you have to speak. Take a moment before going to that person or to speaking to someone. Take a moment. Start thinking about how I have to say or what I have to say. come up with a small script in your head. Okay, I'll greet that person, then I'll start with this topic or this opening sentence, like how are things, how's your job going, or whatever, topic you want to. So just come up with a small script in your head, like how you're going to start, what topic you're going to take up, and what you're going to say about it. That's it. 2-3 sentences you just try to make up in your mind, and then go ahead and start speaking. If you will be prepared, it will be much easier for you to speak. So that is where practice comes into play, and that is why I always focus on practicing. Be in practice. Make it a habit of practicing English speaking every single day on basic, general, day-to-day conversational topics. Pick up the conversational topics from your own mother tongue, what you talk every day. When you meet your friend, when you meet your colleagues, when you meet your family members, when you meet a stranger or a vendor or anybody else, take up those topics and start speaking on your own in English. Those are real-time practical topics which we use in our conversations. And if you get in practice of speaking on those topics, it will be much, much, much easier for you to speak in English on any topic. So this will help you in gaining confidence. So first problem is solved. You have to build your confidence in this way. Okay, point number 2. Point number 2 is hesitation. Now, hesitation is also linked to confidence. If you are not very confident, that is why we hesitate. Now, what is the difference between confidence and hesitation? Confidence is something we lack, right? We don't have that confidence to speak. But hesitation is something, we create it. Either we start thinking about the other person very highly, that, his English is too good, he's very fluent, I won't be able to speak with him, I won't be able to understand him. And then we start hesitating to speak. We start hesitating. So there are lots of reasons which comes to our mind, which makes us feel hesitant. Okay, so we have to stop that thought. Hesitation is not a skill. It is just something which we develop on our own with our negative thinking, probably. Mostly we develop it with our negative thinking. We either think very highly about somebody, or we just start thinking very low about ourselves, and that is why we start hesitating. Okay, we get into a complex, right? Self-complex or a inferiority complex kind of situation, and then we start hesitating. So in order to avoid this situation, of course, we have to overcome our minds, our thoughts. We have to take control or take charge of our thoughts. Take control of our thoughts. Okay, and this is how we can change the entire game. So first thing what we have to do is we have to start thinking about things in a positive way. This is an opportunity. I am going to speak to a native speaker. His English is too good. Probably when I'll speak, I'll learn something from him or her, right? They will give us an idea or a clue, or they'll help us in speaking better English. So you have to push yourself, you have to push your thoughts, and you have to take control of your mind that no, I'll try, I'll give it a shot and I'll do it. If you change your mindset, if you change your thoughts, you will never hesitate. And I know people who are not very good in English, who speak broken English, but they're still very confident in talking to the client. They talk to the client, they convey their message in that spoken English, in that broken English, or in that incorrect English, but they are very confident. They take it as a challenge. They try to explain the client in 2 to 3 different ways. I have seen in my own companies. I've been working with people since a long time. So I know people, professionals who are not very good in English, but they're very confident. They're not hesitant about speaking broken English or incorrect English. They take it as a challenge that I have to talk to the client and I have to explain the client the entire thing anyhow. And they manage it. And the clients also, they understand these techies. They try to understand these techies. They are able to relate to them. So that is why when you start taking it as a challenge, you will never hesitate. You just make sure that whatever it takes, I am going to convey my idea or my point or my thoughts to the other person, and you will definitely be able to do it. Probably you'll not be able to explain it in a minute or two. You might take 5 minutes or 10 minutes to explain everything, but that's fine. You are giving it a try. You are trying at least. You are trying to overcome your hesitation. You are trying to build your confidence in this way. So try to take it as a challenge and speak. It is really going to help. So this is the second thing. Third point is talks. Now, many a times what we do is we don't know what to speak with people, right? We think like, I'm going to meet this person, but what I'm going to talk to him about, right? We don't get topics. Our mind goes blank. We forget everything, right? And when we go there and we wish them, oh, good morning, good afternoon, or whatever, hi, hello, how are you? And then we stop. We don't know what to do, what to say at least. So there are certain topics I'm going to help you out with, which is a go-to topic. Yes, it is very handy, guys, and it works like magic. People will start getting engaged with you. People will start having conversation with you. People will start getting engaged with you in a conversation. And these topics are very simple, very basic, very general topics. So the first topic we can always talk about is work. How's your work going? How's your professional life? What is your project about? So you can talk about the work or professional life. This is one thing which everybody loves to talk about, right? They all love talking about their professional life or the work they do. Okay, if the person is not a professional, if he is into business or any other thing, you can talk about that also. Like, how's your business going? What kind of business do you do? Okay, and lots more. There are lots of things you can just start speaking about. So it's just that you have to just ask one question and then people will just start talking to you on that. So this is one thing about work or profession you can talk about. The second thing is hobbies. This also works like magic, guys. You can just talk about hobbies. What do you like to do in your free time, right? Or what do you do over weekends? So these are the questions which you can just ask so that people can start talking about it. You can always say, what do you do during your free time? Okay. Or do you love gardening? Do you love watching movies? Anything you can ask about, right? So hobbies or free time activities or recreational activities is a topic which you can talk about. Third very interesting topic is about food. Yes, this is also an excellent topic you can talk about. You can always ask people, what cuisine do you like? What kind of food do you eat? Do you like street food? Yeah, so you can always talk about on these topics. The food, the cuisine is a topic which people love to talk about. Everybody is a foodie. They all eat something or the other. Some people might not eat a lot of spicy or Indian food, but they might like something else. So this is a topic which you can talk about, and you will get to learn also a lot about different cuisine as well. Somebody likes Italian, they will tell you they like pasta or pizza or something else, right? So you'll get to learn also. So these are the topics which you can explore with people. You can just talk about, you can start your conversation with, after asking how are you and how are things, and then you can start talking about it. Another interesting thing which works like magic is giving compliments. Yes, guys, this is truly magical. You can start giving compliment to people to start after meeting somebody. Oh, your dress is lovely. Where did you buy this from? Or nice specs. Or your hair is looking good. Whatever, you can just start giving compliments. People love compliments. Everybody loves compliments. You, me, everyone. So this is the best way to start or to have conversation with people or to engage people in your conversations. Okay, so these are the topics you can start exploring and start talking on. So these are also topics which you can include in your practice session so that you'll get in the habit of, having small talks or starting a conversation with people on. There are many topics, guys, you can just explore. You can try to find out more such topics. I've given 4 topics, there are lots more. So you can just search and you can start practicing on those topics as well. The last one is lack of knowledge. Now, this is related to the topics, right? When we don't know about certain topics, when there is a conversation going and we are listening to that conversation, but we don't know what to speak about it, which means we don't have knowledge about that topic. So that is why we hesitate, or we feel less confident, or we don't want to get involved in that conversation, right? So that is why knowledge is very important, and that is where I always tell you what to watch on YouTube or what to listen to. Basically, here what will help is, if you start listening to podcasts, if you start listening to news, or if you start listening to talk shows or TED Talks, you will get to know about a lot of different topics. So whenever you start watching something, you just don't limit yourself to movies or series or plays. You try to start watching or listening to different topics. You can start watching TED Talks, you can start watching podcast, you can start watching travel shows, you can travel vlogs, you can start watching food vlogs, or anything else which you like. But there has to be variety. If you start watching things on different subjects or different topics or different areas, you will cover the entire spectrum, so that whenever somebody talks about politics, or somebody starts talking about environment, or if somebody starts talking about pollution or education or anything else, or digital media or digital arrest for that matter, so if people start talking about these things, you will know what they're talking about, and you will have knowledge on it, because you have heard this before and you have listened to it before. You know what digital arrest is, what environment, what people are talking about pollution nowadays, or how bad is the pollution, or anything else. So start listening to news, podcasts, and TED Talks, and travel vlogs, and different things on YouTube or any other channel, right? This will help you in building your knowledge. The more things you listen to, you will gain a lot of knowledge on different topics. So whenever you start listening to anything in English, make sure every single day you listen to different topics. Okay, so that you can gain knowledge on that. And if tomorrow you get to speak with others in English, or have a conversation with others in English, and if they're talking on certain topics, you will be able to share your thoughts as well, your ideas as well. And you will feel more confident in speaking about it. Trust me on this. Try working on these 4 areas and you will see the difference. But you have to practice English speaking every single day, at least for a month, on different topics, so that you can gain more confidence. You will not be hesitant, you will gain more knowledge, and you will know what topics you can talk about. So practice is the key. Every day you will start practicing, keeping in mind these 4 points. It will definitely going to help you or take you a long way. That's my promise. So guys, that's a wrap for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep exploring, and keep watching. See you. Bye-bye and take care.